The breeze blowing off the river is gentle as it ruffles my hair. I breathe in deeply, holding the air in my lungs as I take in the tiny lights strung throughout the shrubbery, winking like fireflies. I love Savannah. Ascending the stairs to the entrance, paparazzi snap photos as Barrington carefully angles us to make sure we're being captured at our absolute best. Once we're inside, he places a hand on my shoulder, his fingers caressing my bare skin, causing a flicker of annoyance to skate up my spine. "Remember, darling, we need to make a certain impression tonight. Your father is counting on my closing a few deals that can be lucrative for the both of us. Don't forget your place," he whispers in my ear, his posture casual. To a passerby, it would look like a sweet moment between a young couple. In reality, his tone holds a warning, his words hard and cold. Turning, I place my open palm on his cheek and blink. "Of course, Barrington, as long as you try not to act like a complete douchebag." His jaw tightens and his nostrils flare at my words, his grip tightening on my upper arm. I pull back quickly and he releases me, his gaze hard. Once his eyes leave me, they sweep across the great ballroom and work a quick inventory of who is present, a calculated assessment of who needs to be approached and who should approach him, and the beginning of a strategy for how the night will unfold. "Champagne." An impeccably dressed waiter holding a small tray filled with champagne flutes stops next to us. "Thank you." Barrington nods at him, never making eye contact, as he takes 2 flutes and places one between my fingers. "Don't drink too much," he growls at me under his breath. Noticing that Dr. Harper is weaving through the tables toward us, I manage to keep my smile sweet, even as my insides flare in embarrassment. Ever since Daddy enlisted Barrington's help with his business negotiations, Barrington has used my family's slipping financial security to boss me around and treat me like a piece of trash instead of an equal. It's not surprising. Barrington thinks he's above everyone anyway. Still, his callousness stings, and as I bite my tongue, I feel ashamed for not putting him back in his place. I hate that he got the last word. For now, at least. It seems like hours pass before we take our seats for dinner. I spot my friend Isabella at another table. I wave at her and she waves back, her eyes scanning my dress before she sinks into her seat. Barrington introduces himself proudly to our table, and the rest of the guests follow suit. When it's my turn, I open my mouth to say hello when Barrington cuts in. "This is my date, Taylor Clark. You probably know her father, Joseph of Clark Enterprises." A few knowing looks and nods take place, and I feel my cheeks redden at Barrington's obvious dismissal of me. I'm only of use to him because of my father and his company. If Barrington wasn't angling to acquire the controlling shares in Clark Enterprises, I wouldn't be here tonight. Clearly that would be a relief for me, but it would devastate Daddy. It's an old, repetitive storyline, and it depresses me that the ending has been the same with all of the guys I've dated since college. They chase after me, swearing their good intentions up and down until I'm cross-eyed. But after a handful of dates, it becomes obvious that I'm only of use to them because of the attention that showers our relationship from my last name, Daddy's business connections, and my own modeling background. Since I recently landed the lead modeling gig for designer Adriana Rose's fall and winter lines, the phony male attention has increased. "You look so familiar, darling," an older man to my right comments, peering at me. "Oh, I volunteer a lot with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Georgia. Perhaps you've come to one of our fundraisers," I ask, using every opportunity I can to plug the organization responsible for my sanity. I can't wait until tomorrow and my standing Saturday dinner date, pizza and Coke and fries, with Rhea, my little sister, through the program. The group titters, and Barrington laughs boisterously, his large hand coming down to squeeze my thigh underneath the table. "She recently graced the cover of Vanity Fair. She's the exclusive model for Adriana Rose's new campaign," Barrington explains, pride coloring his eyes.